space I'm about to take on. Get on my way, yeah, the frequency been way up, way up. Get on my way, it's too easy, it's a layup, layup. Get on my way, I need space to get the fake off. Get on my way, I need space I'm about to take on. Get on my way, yeah, the frequency been way up, way up. Get on my way, it's too easy, it's a layup, layup. Get on my way. Get on my way. Get on my way.
Hello everybody, my name is Kenz Johnson and welcome to the first episode of Kicking It with Kenz. Today I'm here and sat with one of my teammates, Stacy Jones. Today we're going to get to know Stacy a little bit more, have a quick little interview with her and talk about her journey in basketball. So Stacy, can you talk to us a little bit about how you started playing?
Yes, okay, so I started, I say officially in 7th grade of middle school, and I was like, it was just all new, you know, didn't know how to use my body for real. I'm tall, lanky. They were just like, hey, this might be good. And I was like, okay. So I just jumped in, hopped in.
But you're not originally from Georgia.
No, I'm
you
from
moved
Ohio.
down here from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you move down here?
I moved down here my freshman year of high school. So
talk to me a little bit about that, like the transition from north to south. What were the sports difference like? What was culturally different? Was it a big shock for you?
All of it, literally. I think that was the best move in my life. I really thank my parents for that because the difference in culture, I just feel like I'm more welcome down here. It's just, I fit down here. People are just so lovely. The high school I came to, Veterans High School, that's where I went. They welcomed me there, and yeah. Over the summer, I visited, and the head coach, Miranda, Nikki Miranda, she just, welcomed me in, and it was just like a smooth transition. I couldn't have asked for a smoother transition for real.
Now, I know basketball is your main sport now, but in high school, you were a dual sport athlete. Is that correct?
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about volleyball. Me and you share that in common. We do miss volleyball quite a lot.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love volleyball. It is so fun to play. It's just the energy is different than basketball. Basketball can be a little aggressive, but volleyball, the spirits are high all the time, and it was just, the girls are great. The sport itself is just so fun to watch and play. So, and I also did track in high school too, so that was fun.
Triple threat, my fault. I apologize. Didn't know that.
It's okay.
But in high school, would you say your game has changed a lot? Because in high school, you recorded the most rebounds in Veterans High School history for women's basketball.
Yeah.
So do you still take that as part of your game, or has your game evolved at all? Because I know in practice you snatch the rebounds.
I'd truly be trying, but so I was more of a center in high school, so that was my thing. I could score, yes, but rebounding, jumping, getting up, because I am athletic, I can get up, so that was my identity, to jump and rebound. But now I feel like because I'm expanding my game a little bit and now starting to move further away from the basket and drive and stuff, I feel like rebounding is still a part of my identity, but there's also other things that I can do as well.
So we talk about transitioning from high school to college, and you did not, although you were Mercer Bear now, you and I both didn't start that way.
No.
So you were at KSU before this. So
yes.
Could you talk, and you were also named, when coming in, you were also named ASUN all-freshman team. You were named on the all-freshman team. Mm-hmm. So can you talk about your freshman year for a little bit, transitioning from high school to college, and how your game evolved during that time?
Yes, of course. That was also a smooth transition, even though I was in COVID the first year, even though we were dealing with that. But the Kennesaw staff, they did good. They really did good with getting us acclimated and still getting us set up with classes, even though it was all online. And then we still had practices, we still had games, and I just really could focus on just, doing better and evolving as a person and as a basketball player, and just realizing that there's other things that I am able to do and capable of doing, and just try my best to do so. And I think the coaches did good with helping me out with that and giving me the opportunity to play and do that. So
you mentioned COVID, and one of my questions was about that, because coming in as a freshman during COVID year, that is a whole different world. That is, during that COVID year, everybody in athletics, it changed all of our perspectives, and no one after that had a regular college career.
Right.
How did COVID affect your game, or how did it mentally talk about, because not a lot of non-athletes know how hard it was during COVID to get through that and play during that time period?
I would say I'm fortunate and kind of blessed with how my situation went. There was a couple times that, we had to quarantine, and sometimes it would be out of the blue and just, disruptive in our season. So, but it still always ended up working out. We were still able to play. So, but like, it was just difficult just because of a lot of stoppage. So, like this year is really like real college year for me, because this is the first time experiencing college for real, like as in like a full season, no disruptions, just in full classes, going to every single class. So the difference is kind of crazy, because this is new to me, and I've been in college for 4 years. So.
Right, and that was your freshman year, and then your sophomore year, you actually had a great year as well, your sophomore year. You actually had your season high of 11 points against Mercer, though. So, which is very interesting. Yeah. So can you do you remember that game? Can you talk a little bit about that game?
Yeah. It just, I think happens like each time I played Mercer, it was like the beginning of this year. So it was like, I don't know, there was just a feeling in me that was like, there was probably an obstacle in front of me, and I was like, oh, I have to prove myself. I was like, I gotta step up. It was probably a time in the season where, I just had earned trust of a coach. So I was just like, let me do it here. Let me do it now. And it'll be at the beginning of the season. I just, start off early. So, but that was a great game, not gonna lie.
Do you remember what it was like to play against Coach Gardner? Like, do you have any memories of being like, oh, maybe I would want to play for her one day, or like, do you remember her being on the court?
I honestly do. Like, and it's crazy because I went to a bunch of team camps at Mercer before, like in high school. So it was like, I was thinking like, what would it be like to, just go 30 minutes away and go to this college? And then I would play Mercer and be like, I wonder what's it's like over here. Like, what do they do over here?
Right.
And I would just play them and then try to do my best. With every game, I would try to do my best, but I just end up doing pretty well. And honestly, Coach Garner, she just seemed real passionate. As I remember her, just real passionate. Her players seemed to really trust her, and just like, she just seemed like she had it together, because they won both times. So they just always seemed like they had it together. So.
And then your junior year last year, you followed up with an amazing year, averaging 8 and 5. And you led your team with 69 offensive rebounds. Again, circling back to the rebounding, it seems to be your key in your game.
I love it.
Can you talk a little bit about your last year at KSU and like how that felt going into that?
Yes. So the last year at Kennesaw, so basically it was a good year. It was a good year. It was tough because we weren't winning, but the people are great. And Coach Blue, she had brought in a whole bunch of new people. So it was new as in like there was new people to mesh with. There was new team chemistry that had to be, made. And so that was different about that last year. And just the difference, it was just from my freshman year and who was on the team and who was coaching the team is different, because as you know, that we had a new whole assistant staff. Coach Blue stayed, but everybody else was different except for one other coach. And that's one thing about every year in college, I've had a new coach. So it was new coaches you had to get used to, new teammates you had to get used to, and honestly, a new kind of atmosphere and like with college in general, because again, we're getting out of COVID.
Right.
So everything was just new. It was just adjustments. It wasn't hard because we had resources and people to help us out, but it was just new.
And you said you had a new coach every single year of your college career. That is not normal. No. I can't speak. I had one coach all my 4 years. So how is that, like, mentally, physically, like how do you adjust to that every single year? Having a new coach, having a new set of rules, having new expectations to live up to. How do you deal with that?
That's a good question. Honestly, I see it as a great thing. Like, I feel like being in college, I want to work on getting to know new people and being able to adapt to the new people, especially if they're in an authoritative position. And so I'll think of it as a good thing. Like, oh, good. Like, I get to, evolve in myself, work on myself, and
Right.
meet these new people. And so, like, each and every year, this coach just did great with telling us what they are expecting, what they needed, what they wanted. And so I would do my best to adjust to what they wanted, do my best to continue to be me, and do what I do best and get better and hopefully expand my game again. So that's just really what I focused on. And it helped having the people around me that were around me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it was tough. The last year when everybody left,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, they were my anchor.
Mm-hmm.
They truly were, because it's hard.
You're right.
But it's fun at the same time, so.
And so we talk about new coaches every single year, and your senior year, you decide to leave and enter the transfer portal, leaving KSU. Was that a hard decision to make? Talk about what went into the decision of leaving and coming to Mercer.
So a lot went into that decision. Just thinking about how the year went in general, thinking about my future. And I'm the type of person that is not like real stuck on my future. Like I try not to stress about it, but I really had to sit down and think. I had to pray about it and what is going around me, like what is going on, what is happening around me as of right now, like when the season ended, what is happening, what are the changes that are happening, do I feel at home anymore, and do I feel like I would be the most successful if I stay here. That was a true thing that I had to, it was an adult decision to make. It was hard. It was difficult. It took me a little bit to think about it. And I had a little window because, transfer portal opens for so long.
Yes.
And then you got to find teams. So I had a window and I took the opportunity. I felt that I made the right decision. I prayed about it. I felt real good. And I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. And it was hard to do. It was a hard decision to make, but it was an adult decision to make. So.
What do you think, if you could go back and tell yourself or tell people that are entering or thinking about transferring, what is the hardest part about transferring schools, entering a new coaching staff, although you've had one every single year, a new one every year? What would you say to be prepared for and what to expect when going into a whole new program and a whole new school, especially going into Mercer, who has a winning program,
Right.
has a very well-known coach who's known for winning, and how do you go into that?
Right. What I would tell people, or myself, would be you have been through things that has made you ready. You can, I can experience whatever and be able to adapt and get through it. I have been prepared. Things have been preparing me each year in college because I had a new coach each year. So if I were to transfer, it's you would just have another new coach. And it's adjust and just do better, be better. Try to be the best you that you can be wherever you go. Because it's not necessarily about the people, other people. I want to be the best me wherever I go. And I feel like it'll work out for my good wherever I go. So in that, I would tell other people that too. If you truly feel like where you are not comfortable, or you're not feeling at home, or it's just not going to work out where you are, it is okay to move. You can move. And when you do so, just be the best you wherever you go, and it'll work out for you. And if it doesn't, you got another move, and it's okay.
And you mentioned that you're only about 30 minutes away from home. So that means you've got your family up the road from you now.
Yeah.
What's it going to be like for you to have that support literally 30 minutes away from you that you didn't have before at your old school? Now you got your whole family that's probably going to be able to make it to every game and stuff.
Right.
What does that mean to you to be so close to home?
It inspires me. Now, and before, like I said, I want to play the best. I want to, try and do my best every game. But now it's an extra incentive to just, I got my support with me. I got the people who are behind me, who's pushed me to be in this position. I have to show up and show out for these people. Because it's more than just my family. It's my mentors, my friends, just my history of the people who believe in me. And now being able to see them at the game is just going to put even more fire in me to do good, and a chip on my shoulder that I'm not going to let someone get over on me, because the people who push me and help me get here are right here watching me. So it's
it's nice.
Got to do good. It feels great. It feels good. I'm excited.
And lastly, what would you tell the people about this upcoming year for women's basketball? What should people be excited for? What should they expect? Everything.
Ooh, that's a question, Kenzie. Oh my goodness, y'all. this season, with this girl right here and all the rest of my teammates, I am so excited. I have not been a part of a team, and I'm saying this with my heart. I have not been a part of a team that is so lovely. That is so lovely and sweet and just hardworking. The pace is amazing. The energy is amazing. They want to win here. They want to win. And like, I feel like that just compliments Coach Garner so much because that's what she wants to do and that's what she's been doing. So it's like, ooh, we worked so hard to get here. So the results are just, we're going to reap what we sow. And that's truly what I believe. So stay tuned, y'all.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me. I love you so much, and I knew you're going to be the best to interview. So thank you guys so much for watching again tonight. Again, we'll catch you next time when I'm interviewing a new athlete. Thank you guys.